I don't have to meet somebody anywhere I don't want to meet them, because at the end of the day, if I don't receive whatever they're giving me, I don't have to. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's good to do things in groups because they'll hold you accountable.
It's the same with these TikToks and stuff. The money's coming, but it's coming fast. And just as quick as it comes, they spend it. So it'd be interesting to see the world in 30 years.
The best way to do anything, see any kind of group, is you have to take some inventory every once in a while. One of the things I learned is relationships are like dig into them, because that's all we have. Like money don't matter, jobs don't matter. How much weight we lose sometimes don't matter. But this that we have right here with us matters so much.
Come out to play.
Yeah, buddy. How's everybody doing? Everybody
pretty good.
Everybody out in podcast land. Hey, look here. Be sure to hit that share button. We want everybody to share tonight's show. We're just gonna have fun tonight. We don't even have no strong direction. We're talking about ain't it funny? There's a whole lot of things out there that's just really funny to me, right? And so if you're not sharing that button or putting that share button, then you are what that background music says. That's Hater by Jay-Z.
Oh, I was going to say, what is it saying? I don't know.
He calling them out.
Yeah, buddy, you are hater. Jay-Z and Kanye West. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Rebrand This Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Goodson. I am so excited that you are with us tonight, along with me and my co-host. Let me go ahead and get it started. What's up, Yashika? How you doing?
I'm doing good. It just seems like the week is it's Wednesday, and I'm happy to be with y'all. And dang,
all right now.
It feels like it should be Sunday, but I'm happy to be here.
I am too. I'm happy to be with you.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Ace? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How y'all all doing on this evening? What's up, everybody out there in TV land?
TV phone land. I bet 90% of the people out here are watching us on phone. If you're watching on the phone, go ahead and hit phone. If you're watching us from computer, hit computer. If you're watching us from a TV, I don't know.
I mean, we made it, baby.
We made it? Okay.
And I think that's what that means. Yeah.
They're casting for sure.
Yeah. And last but not least, let's fly all the way to California. What's up, Helen? How you doing?
Doing good. Very much feeling like you should be good. It's the longest thus far. Happy to be here, but it could have ended yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'm happy to be here though. Got my little wine to help decompress today. Gonna be a good
I am
show.
so happy to be with you. Go ahead, tell them how they can connect with you, and tell them how they can see other podcasts.
Right. Honestly, Helen, I have a podcast on most streaming platforms: Spotify, Pandora, Google, all the things. Go follow me. Thank you.
Go follow Honestly Helen, y'all. Please do it. What's up, Deborah Goodson? AKA
Hey, look how I missed this.
That's Deborah number one.
Deborah number one, the first one to come
She
in.
gets the
K-Ham,
title.
what's happening? We so happy to
Look
see you
out
once
for
again, K-Ham. Is that Corey with a K?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. This is the K stand for. Okay, Cam. Well, hey, look, y'all. We have a great show tonight. We're going to talk about things that are just funny to us. And y'all can tell us things that are funny to y'all. But the name of tonight's show is Ain't It Funny? And we even have memes that we're going to do here in just a little bit. So if y'all have any specific memes that y'all want us to see, send them to us. I don't know if you can put them in the comment, but we definitely would like to pull those up. But tonight we're talking Ain't It Funny? It's a whole lot of things going on right now that we just consider 100% funny. We're just going to jump on into it, right? So should we go real deep first, or should we just kind of lighten the mood and jump right on in there?
Let's go ahead and lighten the mood, I guess.
Lighten the mood. Oh, yeah, okay. So we got a lot of rules out here that everybody follows, but no one made. I don't even know if y'all can really think of something off the top of your head, but the rules we all follow, but nobody made. Ace, I think it was you and I talking about. Was it you and me, or somebody was talking about people? Yeah, it was you, Ace. They said, why is it that people don't just move in with each other? They act like that's a Christian thing and whatnot. And like, that's not in the Bible. So where in the world? And of course, we talked about it a little bit more in depth. But this is a rule that everybody follows, or at least people talk about. Ain't nobody make this rule.
That's what I always say. You know, I think about that, and I said at some point along the line in the church, somebody made that rule, but I don't think that's biblical. I think that's church.
That's human.
That's human. Let's go to the comments. Carla Harris. Carla, I was about to text you, but hey, Carla.
Hey, Carla, what's going on?
We always
Hey.
say that. Rules we all
Oh,
follow,
about
but
to text
nobody
you.
made. Heather, what's a rule that we all follow, but nobody made?
Listen, I'm trying to think of one. That's a good one. I feel like there's definitely. The first one that comes to mind, and I don't know if this is a rule, but my mom always told me to speak when you pass somebody. Is that a rule? Or is that just being polite?
That's just common courtesy manners. But it's
You know
good,
what?
though.
Let me give y'all some country rules. I don't know who made it, but we all followed it in the country. Step on a crack, you break your
Yep.
mama's back.
Mhm.
And you never, ever, ever split a pole.
Aren't those superstitions though?
They are, but we followed them.
We follow them like rules, though.
We followed
I-
like
I'm
you know
getting ready
rules.
to say, but isn't superstitions rules?
Yeah.
If you sweep my foot with that straw broom, I got spin on it, or I'm going to jail, and I won't do good in jail. I'm not equipped for jail.
You know,
You put your purse on the floor, you gonna always be broke. That's what my mom said. Until this very day, I will not put my purse on. I don't carry a purse,
you
but
put that purse on
if
the
I
floor,
did,
ain't
I
no
wouldn't
more
put it on the
money.
floor.
Ain't no more money out there for you.
Hey, Yashika, are you superstitious?
Stupor?
Are you superstitious?
I wouldn't say so.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say no, but I'm a little stitious. Not super, but okay. I'm sorry. I'm testing out new material. That's the
Yeah,
office.
no, I ain't get it.
That's the office. He said, I'm not superstitious. I'm just okay.
I'll remember that.
What about this? What about this one right here? Who said you have to stand up and put your hand over your heart for the national anthem?
That's a good one. What exactly does that mean?
Does that make you less patriotic? You like we listen to the song and somebody else like this, and oh, look at it,
Oh,
look at it.
who made the rule that you gotta wear black to a funeral?
Ooh. You can't. What is it? You can't wear white until after Labor Day. Who
Yeah,
came up
who
with
did that?
Or
Yeah,
if you're not, they don't want you wearing white if you're not a virgin at your when you get
At
married.
your wedding.
What's up, Melissa? She said, I don't do it.
Good
Yeah,
thing I'm gonna be wearing white, y'all. I'm gonna have to make sure I get to wear white.
yeah. Some people need to wear like what's that? It's the darkest shade of black. It's like one that's so dark it don't even reflect light. Somebody need them kind of dresses
Let's go to
when
the
they cross
comments.
over there.
Melissa said, you got to know how they live before you marry them. Oh,
Oh yeah,
I get that.
shack it up.
What's up, Deborah number 2? She
Hey,
said,
Miss
Hey,
Deborah,
Deborah.
how you doing? Look out, Corey.
What's up,
Hey.
Corey? Deborah Goodson says Hebrew 13
Uh-oh.
says marriage is honorable among all and the bed undefiled. See, that's what we talked about. But whoremongers, ooh, she put it in there. And adulterers will judge, God will judge. Melissa says, I won't do it. And then everyone, Deborah Collette says, Melissa says, I wore ivory.
It was just a tad. It was
a
just
little bit
tad.
off. You can only tell when real white shows up. Cooking black eyed peas on New Year's Day is supposed to bring you prosperity during the year. Yeah, that's
And a lot of Texas tests prove that that's false. 'Cause
that
here I
is
am.
a lie. And K Help says sidewalk rules. The man always walked on the side near the. You know what, K Help? If I'm walking there and for some reason the woman started itching her way to the left side or the side nearest the street, I'm not fighting. I'm sorry. You know what you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to keep fighting on you being on this
I
side?
know.
Don't
'Cause that
wear
car-
red to a funeral.
That car gonna hurt.
All right, y'all. Let's go to the next question. All right, you wanted it. Now you hate. Oh, before we do that, it was something I was gonna say. Anyway, I come back to it. You wanted it. Now you hate it. What is
Ooh, I
something
see.
you wanted in life so very bad? Now that you got it, you absolutely just hate it.
You know what? I see a lot of people, not me personally, but I see a lot of people that career or that job. They want it, and now they got it. They like, oh my god.
I tell you what, let me speak from a little experience. Although I love my daughter, 18 years of child support, but I wanted.
You wanted to practice. You just didn't want. The game.
Reward.
Yeah. You wanted it, but now you hate it. Helen?
Well, I don't have it anymore because I hated it that much. But my first apartment, I think this is my first apartment. So I was like, I thought this was I didn't think it was a lot of square feet. Then I got it and I was like, it was too much square feet. And that was an 851 bedroom apartment, 850 square feet. Too much. And you know what that taught me? Less is more where you live. Who wants to clean all of that? That's
Yeah.
a lot of sweeping, vacuuming, wiping down, spraying. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
600 is good.
Those everybody want those luxury cars until that first oil change.
Right.
And you like, wait a minute, oil
Yeah.
change is not $29.99 no more.
Run the page. She said, "What's up, Corey Rouse?"
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Moving out of my parents' house. Oh, that's
You
good.
wanted it.
You wanted
it.
Yeah,
You
that's
wanted
what I was gonna say. Getting older,
Yeah,
you want to.
graduating
Can't
from
wait
high
till I
school.
get out of this house, this
Ooh, that's a
funky
good one.
house.
Yeah,
Can't wait till I get out of here.
That's what
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Derek said.
Like
Yeah,
mother,
that's
like
a good one
daughter.
right there. When
Absolutely.
To be grown.
Them front bills come and they got your name on it. You like, oh, they talking to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, we have a great
Good
show
stuff.
lined up. If y'all have anything out there that y'all want us to discuss, please put that in there as well. We have a whole lot of questions we're going to do tonight. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one out there. All right, so the universe said no, and thank God it did. It's kind of the opposite of that last question. You wanted it, you got it, now you hate it. The universe told you no on this one particular thing, and you didn't get it, and now you're so thankful that you didn't. I think for me, the first thing that I can think of is the stock market. It's been many a times where I've been in the stock market and I've done some good stuff. And then there's some times where all of a sudden I made a mistake. I thought I did something, or I was going to wait till Monday, or whatever the case may be. And that particular stock either crashed or it went down so much I would have lost a whole lot of money. But thank God I didn't, dip my money into that. So that's probably the first one that I can think of. But the universe said no, and thank God it did. Can y'all think of anything?
I see, you know what? I see that a lot of time with relationships.
Oh yeah.
People just, they were chasing this person, they had to have them and stuff like that. Then years passed and they're like, oh, thank God. They didn't know he was a violent alcoholic that put women in the hospital and stuff like that.
You know what I call those? Shooting star relationships, because they're real fun for about a minute. Maybe a week or two. They're real fun. You go out, you laugh, you do this, but all the fun that you have in 2 weeks, you couldn't spread over 10 years, right? So it's just a shooting star relationship. You got to know when they come, because you got to jump off of it. Like a shooting star itself, because you only see it for about a second,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have so much fun, you don't realize it's a shooting star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got,
we got,
Jay Nelson says, "What up, Ace and Tony?
What up, Nope? Jay.
What's up, Jay? How you doing?"
You know what's crazy? In my younger days, there was a certain
How old are you?
I'm 37 now. There was a there was a certain activity that everybody was jumping on top of, and they were making money, and it was easy money. And I said, you know what? Let me get this stuff together so I can jump in. And the universe said no, and thank God it did, because everybody in prison right now.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm not in prison
Don't do it.
the universe said you don't need to get that stuff in order to jump into that, because it was easy. You looking at it like, dang. And it wasn't even drugs or nothing,
It wasn't easy. It seemed easy. There are a lot of times we say things are easy because that's what it seems like. It seemed easy, but it really wasn't. Yeah.
Let's go to the comment. Kiki says, "Good evening, everyone."
Kiki?
What's up, Kiki?
Yeah, thank you, Lord, for that not coming through, Lord, because I can't do that time.
Melissa says, "My ex I dated lightly is on death row now. I dodged that one."
Yes, indeed. He would have been worse. I'm trying to write you and call you every day. Like,
Well,
slow down.
no, not write and call you from heaven. He's on death row. What are you talking about? He's been trying to write and call you every day. You might be the reason why he's on death row.
This dude lived 30 years on death row.
Let me ask you a question, Ace, since you're the insurance guy. If I got life insurance on a dude who's on death row, can I still cash out once they put that needle in that on?
As long as you had it before he got to death row, you good.
Tim J. He says, "Not you were about to be part of a scheme that Todd set up." Wanted to be 6 feet tall. Okay. All right, y'all. Look, we're gonna take a quick break, like a real short one, 24 seconds. When we come back, we're gonna do a meme game. Actually, we're gonna do that in a few minutes afterwards. But be sure to continue to send in your comments. We appreciate it. Let me go to this real quick. 24 seconds. We'll be right back.
Right, so you'll need to take one of these pills every day for the rest of your life.
But there's only 3 pills in there.
Exactly.
Doctor, there's nothing I can do. The problem is that obesity runs in my family.
No, Bobby. The problem is that nobody runs in your family.
Doctor, it really hurts when I do this.
Then don't do that. Have a nice day.
He said, I only got 3 pills, Doc. That's not enough. Yeah.
It's only 3 pills.
Obesity runs in my family. Nobody runs in your family. That's solid. That's comedy gold.
Ain't it funny?
All of those were good.
All of those are good. All right. So I got a few more questions. Then we're going to start the party all over in a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw one out there. Okay. Funny then, canceled now. Ain't it funny? So, Ace, we talked about this a little bit last night, you and Yashika. I remember on Sanford and Son, he said, you hate black people, don't you? He said, no, I don't hate black people. He said, then where are all the white people? He said, I get white people all the time. He said, well, y'all saw this video. Look at all these N-words in here. There's enough N-words in here.
Make a Tarzan movie.
Canceled today if you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember, when people were mentally challenged, the word they used to use for them was very popular. People used to use it on commercials and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't use that
R word.
That's a medical term.
Used to be.
They done took it out the book.
Listen, speaking of used to be, and y'all can cancel me because I'm big grown. Well, maybe not, because I don't want
let's get controversial.
I know, I'm debating because I don't want it. Listen, suicide.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can't say kill, murder, they gonna cut the show.
Oh, you just said it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't cancel. Don't take us off, Mr. Facebook. Who is on Facebook? Zuckerberg.
Just take half, y'all. Just keep these two.
Yeah, cut half the screen.
We're good. Just cut the screen in half.
You know what? Some of our greatest comedy specials. Andrew Dice Clay would only have one shot today. He out of there. Eddie Murphy wouldn't be able to do Raw or Delirious today.
Why are we so sensitive? That's the question.
That's the best question. Why? Why are we so sensitive, especially when it comes to the rainbow?
What's up, April Garnett?
Hey, look out! What's up now?
My hypothesis, and I don't even know. My hypothesis: we allow too many people to be a victim.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a voice. Everybody has to be seen. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being seen, but and specifically, we'll talk about the alphabet community. Love them. I love them. They're my people. I listen, and I will fight that fight if you want to fight it. However, the point to where there's so many pronouns, there's so many things where you get canceled because you don't know somebody's pronoun, and if it's hard for you to adjust to that because for 30 years of your life you've been saying the normal pronouns that you was raised with, and now there's no grace for that because everybody there has to be a problem with something. Like victim culture. I feel like became a real big thing. Now everybody, that's insensitive. We know, but that don't mean that we really trying to be insensitive. Kiki aha, keep it moving. If you joke,
real, because I missed the F word so bad. That was one of my go-tos. It's insulting.
And you know what we would call
it? But it's the same for a cigarette,
right? And a bundle of sticks.
Yeah, I think that's where it originated.
That's a lot of.
But do y'all remember in the I guess the late 80s and 90s? Yashika, you may not remember.
I don't. And I appreciate you realizing that.
I noticed you are the youngest in the crew.
You're a stand-up guy, and it just needs to be said. I appreciate it.
But it used to be if you played baseball, football, or some sport, for the kids, first place winner would get a trophy, second place winner would get a trophy, and maybe the third place would get a trophy.
Third place would get a
medal or medallion or something. They might get honorable mention. But then as the years went on, everybody got a trophy. And if you ask me, that's when it really, really started, that this cancel culture started happening, because we were kicking back on that, Helen.
Oh, does anybody have anything else to say? Because I've already spoken on this.
Go ahead.
A good example that you just made me think of. So, we have International Day of the Girl from our organization. Mind you, the basis of my organization was Boys and Boys Club. And then it became Boys and Girls Club. And then International Day of the Girl came out because they were saying that there was, disparities and differences in how girls were treated versus boys. Now I'm hearing they want to have an International Day of the Boy. And in my mind, I was like, aren't we being circular now? Like, why do now we have to have a boys? Can it just be International Day of Youth? And
Can't leave nobody out no more.
It is youth. So it's like, again, back to now that the girls have it, they're saying, oh, well, boys don't get enough recognition. So now they need to have a specific day too. And now that we're not to bring it back, but now it's going to be all the different gender pronouns that we're going to have to identify with. Girls, Boy Scouts. Aren't they trying to change Boy Scouts now? You can't have a Boy Scout. They're trying to make it Scouts of America or something.
Them Scouts?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, there's a lot of everybody has to belong to a group and be seen and be known that they're part of.
Yeah. Too much if you ask me. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm watching the news, because I just
don't the participation phase, like you said, that really was started. I actually got suspended from a soccer park for 2 games. My daughter, their team were champs, hands down, and we had a tournament, and they came in 2nd place. And the team was taking pictures. So I asked my daughter a question. I said, you got all those giant trophies at home. You got all those gold medals. I said, you want to hang that silver up there? You want to be on a silver picture, or are you the champ? And my daughter thought about it. And, Miss Deborah's watch, I can't say it, but I said, throw that down and let's go. And my daughter like, yeah, I'm a champ. I don't want this 2nd place. And she threw it down and we left. And I couldn't come back to that park for 2 weeks.
That's good. I'm glad.
Because I asked my daughter, was she a champ or was she satisfied? Because what happened?
Second place has been around since the dawn of time.
Well, the problem,
first, you're last.
Exactly. So the problem was, it's not the fact that they came in 2nd place; is that the team was still happy and they were too satisfied.
I got it.
Yeah, they were too satisfied.
I got it.
All right, y'all. The meme that ruined my life or made my day. That's what we got coming up next. The meme that ruined my life or made my day. All right, so we're going to play this game. It's called Meme Court. How it works, bring up a popular meme or viral moment. The group, we all debate whether it's still funny, and audience, you do too, or officially dead. Verdicts can be certified fresh, overused, or jail. We don't care about that part. But is it still funny or is it overused? Y'all ready for this?
Write that down. There's some damn directions. Certified fresh, dead, over you. You're not over people. They have to say the whole word they write.
What?
All right, y'all. Here we go. Is this over? Y'all may have never seen this one before. This is actually mine. I love it though. And it says, know your
That's certified fresh.
Those of you who cannot see it, you see 3 men. Well, you see 4 couples, and 3 men have their little skinny small girls on their shoulders. But the one in the middle, he realized, yeah, that's probably not something I should do. Is it certified fresh? What other choices, Ace?
Certified fresh, dead, or overused.
Certified fresh. It's the truth.
Certified fresh.
Priscilla, how you doing?
You know the crazy part about it, he thought about it first though. He probably like,
Yeah. No, that's certified fresh, because that's reality, because Helen would be up on shoulders, but I'd be standing. And I'm fine, because you're not gonna put me up there either, because if I fall, we both falling. I ain't got time for that.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one. I don't know who sent this one in, but certified fresh or overused.
I don't know that one.
And
I don't understand it.
And certified fresh. That's the one I sent in.
They done chopped down all the trees, but they put a billboard up of trees in the wilderness. So they could have had it in real life, but instead they chose to. And that's where we are today, I think. I think today we're going to play some video. Okay.
Yeah.
Here they come. Priscilla says, I've never seen this one before.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before.
Okay, but that's a good one. All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ace sent this one in as well. Y'all know that dude.
That's certified fresh. That ain't ever going nowhere. I use that meme about 3 times a day.
I've never seen that meme before.
It's definitely dazzled up.
That's from a real show. That's from what show was that? Dave Chappelle. That was Dave Chappelle.
Certified. Certified K Hemp.
Yes, indeed.
Fresh, it says Priscilla. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's keep the party moving. This one I believe is Helen. She said, I don't give a Frank if you're a supervisor, sunvisor, or Budweiser. You gonna talk to me like you got some sense. Certified Fresh.
That's certified fresh.
I think we're gonna always have that one as certified fresh. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay, and then the comment just came in. Priscilla said, hey, that is fresh. Absolutely. I agree with you on that one as well. Okay, up next we have, I don't know who this one is here.
Well, you know,
Love money.
Making love to money.
For the love of money, that's what it made me think of Bones, Thug and Harmony.
Yeah, well, that one it can go kind of ways, you know. Some it can be gold diggers, you know. Watch out for him. That's how she sees him.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna say it's dead because in 2025, that's like reversed now. Men are trying to level up by getting the baddies of Instagram.
Men living off women. Okay.
They better settle for the nice ones on 3rd Street.
Certified, says K Ham. All right, here we go. I'm not sure who this one is either. It is.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
yeah.
So it looks like he's in a hospital bed. His phone went dead. He got up. He pulled the plug on himself to put his cell phone in.
That's how important social media is.
Wow, Aces memes look like newspaper clippings from the
Hey, I'm old school. I had to get them from the Dallas Morning News.
Okay. And the next one. Oh, that's good. He got that degree. He got that hat. He cannot find any money, a job, or anything. Certified fresh.
That's unfortunate.
That is.
Is that one of the choices?
That's certainly reality.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. Yeah, it's one of them slaps in the face right there.
Priscilla said that's a sad reality. Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We got just a couple more. Ace. This is Ace.
Oh, Ace just took all of them, huh?
Hey, I was sending in ones that mean something to me.
Well, you know, that's what I. Okay, here's another one. I don't know what this one is.
Y'all remember seeing that? Y'all don't remember this?
Oh, that was funny. That was
so
real
funny.
What you want to do?
Oh, that's my favorite one. That is so funny. You have to watch the video.
Okay. And the last one that we have is probably my favorite one of them all. Well, let me go to the comments. K Hamp says, I'm in the bind, Nate. Well, you know, everybody says Fred. That was hella funny.
Because you can send that to somebody, so if somebody asks you for something or they want something, you just send that back and they be like, hey, can I borrow it?
You know what time it is? You got to find her current Facebook. That new lady. Okay, we have to. Right, so this is probably my favorite one. Certified or what?
Certified fresh.
Okay, so this is the Sugar Shack, first off, but it's been doctored up after the Alabama brawl. It says the Alabama Sweet Tea Party, and they got chairs. Is that overdone? Certified fresh or what?
That's certified fresh.
Timeless.
It'll never go.
That's actually a moment in history. That'll be in history books at some point.
Yeah.
It will. Somebody gonna remake it, and I need to get it.
All right. That was very good. Okay, y'all. We're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break real quick, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Ain't It Funny. See y'all in about 2 minutes.
I don't want to be out of line, but as a white pastor with a white congregation, I'm not struggling to find sympathy for the cops. I'm not struggling to find compassion for the police officers in my congregation. What I'm struggling against is people that I have known and loved that are saying things like, this happened over 100 years ago, why are they still going on about it? That, well, you're talking about stuff that ended a long time ago, Pastor. Why can't they just forget about it and move on? Well, why do we have to have a Black History Month? Where's our White History Month? Or even the stupid comments, even stupider than that, like Juneteenth? When do we get our holiday? It's called July 4th. What I'm struggling with is, how do I answer these people? How do I pastor these people? How do I come against mindsets that have been embedded for decades, that have been inbred in them, and they think they are righteous and justified, and they don't see the sin in their own heart? And how do I pastor that? I've got friends that are officers, and I love them, and I hurt for them. But right now, what I'm seeing is the pain in my brothers who are black and my sisters who are black. And I do have compassion for the police.
All right, y'all. Ain't it?
What's his name?
They probably voted him out, Nate. That was his last Sunday at the church.
I need his name. I need to go watch him.
He assistant pastor now for Winans.
Certified classic, K-Ham says. Absolutely it is. All right, y'all, we're talking Ain't It Funny? Just a lot of different things that we got going on right now. And really, we need a lot of humor right now because we have a lot of stuff going on that just ain't so funny. But when we do the theme of Ain't It Funny, I think the first thing that pops up, let that sit there for a minute.
Man, look at her.
So this picture makes a lot of sense or no sense, actually. This is, okay, Ain't It Funny? Let me talk politics for a minute, y'all. So Elon Musk comes in at the beginning of the year so that we can cut $3-4 trillion, they say, right?
Right.
And then what happens is they cut 1.7 trillion, which is what is reported. I don't know if that's true or not. And in the meantime, $250 million goes towards creating the Trump ballroom at the White House. I think there's a $90 million parade that we had. Help me out. What else was there that I'm
Don't forget the jet. Don't forget the jet. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. The jet that we got for free is going to cost us, what was it, like $50 million? $5 billion. Just to get it up to code for the United States. So anyway, put that picture up just so y'all can see the White House being torn down. Ain't it funny? We save so much money and yet spend it so
we can spend it the way that we want to spend it.
America's so great.
You see how I'm dancing? You see how those people, those federal government workers lost their jobs and stuff, all that stuff? Now they all get to dance in the ballroom that they're not gonna see. They're gonna dance in their living room. But it's gonna be like they're in the ballroom. You know, everybody that voted for them.
Priscilla, she laughed. Rhonda Page, she said, Lord, I think the picture. I love that pastor. Absolutely. Can't have $20 billion.
20 billion to Argentina.
$400 million, says Rhonda Page. That's
wow.
The plane or something. But yeah, it's just a lot going on. But anyway, y'all, we're talking Ain't It Funny? We got a few more questions we're gonna throw out there. We got another game we're gonna play in a little bit, so y'all stay tuned for that as well. All right. When reality, I don't have this up on the screen, but when reality TV went too far, what is something that happened when y'all think reality TV went too far? Let me start it. You got 20 women trying to date one cricket. Flavor Flav.
You remember that?
Boy!
Remember how they were pissing him?
Man. I think it started on that show when I forgot the chick name at the end, but when she spit on the old girl in New York.
Yeah.
That was that moment where it was like,
yeah.
Your whole life, she didn't even know.
Yeah. I think Flavor Flav kind of paved the way for reality TV. I really do. I'm ashamed to admit that I watched every episode of the first Flavor Flav. I did. I didn't watch the second one, but I watched the first.
New York was a mess. Rhonda Payne says women fighting over Flavor Flav. And you know what's funny? They all became celebrities.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
They were kissing him.
And to a certain degree, yeah.
One girl was using a bathroom on herself. Y'all remember that one? There's a lot going on. A lot going on. All right, y'all. Romanticizing the past. This is something we do all the time. People always romanticize the past. The good old days. It was better when I was a kid, or whatever. And today is always so horrible. Why is it that we romanticize the past when we hate the present so much? Why nostalgia feels safe, but the memory is truly a liar? Is memory a liar?
I think in some cases it is, because every generation think that it was better in their day. So somebody got to be right, somebody got to be wrong.
Was the good old days truly the good old days?
I don't know. 'Cause we had a lot of fun, but we were poor. So it's kind of like you got to balance that out.
And I think it's important to be mindful what you're comparing it to, right? Like, I think was the 80s better than the early 2000s, or maybe the 60s better than the early 2000s? You know,
I think sometimes when we think the good old days, the good old days are days that we have a lot of people that was in the good old days is no longer in these days. And so it's different. You know, if you learn to lose people, especially at our age, we lose people. And back in the good old days, we had those people. So I think that may be one reason.
I think what it is, and let's go to the comments. She says, "Don't block me," by the way, Rhonda Payne, but she was a fan of Apprentice. Innocent young mind. I think what it is sometimes when we go through stuff, we learn from it, and then once we learn from it, we just have that memory of what we've learned. And sometimes we don't have the feeling of what it is to go through it. And I think we keep that feeling because we try not to go back through it. But then we always look back to, oh man, and sometimes when you go through hell, it's funny after you've gone through it. It's not funny when you go through it. For example, laying on the couch and seeing rats run across the living room. Sorry, Yashik. That's a horrible situation. But looking back on it, like, man, yeah, remember that rat, you know. So it wasn't cool when you thought it was cool.
It still ain't cool. I'm still traumatized.
That's true. That's true. You know, thinking back on, like I said, we all because everybody, you know, a lot of people look back on the hood like, man, we had, because it was family oriented. Even though we were in a rough spot, it was family oriented. But then, like I just said, you know, I think about the family and the good times and the love, but then I think about how like we was like dirt poor. So it's like, well, that is really as good, you know.
Do you know you don't dirt poor though when you poor as a kid? How do you know? If that's what you're born in, and that's all you know, how do you know different?
And there you go. You know, that's why I said, because I was so happy. But you know, I look back on it now from the like, damn, you know,
I think you do know, actually. Let me read this comment. I love it. It says, in my opinion, many people we love were still alive.
Maybe that's it, sister driver.
Comment.
Yeah, maybe that's it. That feeling, that loving feeling overshadows everything else.
Exactly. You know, Yashik, I think that oftentimes when 10 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old, and all these ages, of course, are in school, elementary, whatever. And you see, especially, I come from a little country town, and I used to see my little white friends, and they seemed so rich. But I went back home. Don't get me wrong. I knew I had love at home, but I also knew the difference between what they had financially and what we had financially too.
Are you insulting Mr. and Miss Goodson?
But Miss Goodson didn't make the money that Mr. and Mr. Webb made. and it was clear, you know, nothing against them at all.
And I want to say something to what Yashika was speaking to earlier. I think also that nostalgia comes from, you know, things do change and we don't appreciate the actual things that we had at that time until we don't have it. And the first thing I think of, as much as technology has helped us, I really do miss the times where you had to really know somebody's number to call them because you really knew who you could call, because you had to. Like, yo, my mama not picking me up, so you got to be by the phone when I call you so I can let you know that I'm off the school bus. Like, you cannot be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a part of it is when things really do change, and now people don't know what a landline is or what going to Blockbuster's like, right? Because you stream everything, so the intimacy of just at a movie. So,
well, you know what? That's technology. See, technology pulls us away from each other. I think the one thing that we had back in the day, going back to what Cicely says, we had each other, right? So we don't have each other right now. And we're going to have each other even less in 20 years from right now. So we had, we memorized people's phone numbers. There was a time, Helen and Yashika, you younger,
I appreciate that.
where we had to memorize people's phone numbers. We had everybody in the neighborhood number memorized. And it was easier back then because everybody had the same first 6 numbers or whatever. And then all you really needed was the last 4. But because, we didn't make a lot of long distance phone calls back then. But as technology grows, our relationships kind of go away. And so I like that comment that Cicely said. Tony Goodson says, or Deborah Goodson says, we're going back to doctor's office or restaurants better. She says, I'm still here, Yashika. D-Lou, what's up, y'all? D-Lou says, Tony, can I still catch a ride to the Wildcats game, y'all? D-Lou been the defensive line coach for the Miami Hurricanes. Damian Lewis. Deborah Collette says, good old days going to our great-grandparents and grandparents' house. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. I remember, back then, more people had relationships with like their great-grandparents and stuff like that. A lot of people, they don't even,
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let me turn it up a notch. Here's the next question. It says, funny how you turn into your parents. Have y'all done that yet?
Yeah. I'm too far gone now. I am my daddy. Everything I used to complain about.
Revisiting the things you swore you never do, and now you do it. I caught myself, like my daddy when I was a kid, he would cross his arms when he talked to people, and he talked to them, and he'd have that one leg and kind of lean over. So I'm talking to people now, and I noticed myself leaning over. I thought that was so uncool when I was 15. But it's my age now. All right, y'all, let's go to the comments. Dietrich, what's up, Dietrich? He says, now I can't remember one person's phone number. No way. Fifth J, the irony is that as convenient as things are now, we have to make more of an effort to keep and build those relationships.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Carla says, just like with texting, some choose to text then talk. Texting can be misunderstood.
Often.
Yeah, I hate it.
Often.
St. Mark's Baptist Church. And then Rhonda Payne said, I still remember my old house phone number. Mine too.
I got a bunch of them in my head. We're not old, but me and Goodson, we both have daughters that are in the same college, at the same college. And I was asking my daughter today I said, how was the yard today? Did you see anybody? Did you do this, do that? And she was like, the yard? What's the yard? I was like, the yard, everybody's out there and stuff like that. And she was like, no, I mean, nobody's really out there. People in the student center. I'm like, so you telling me y'all don't, and it's like everybody's just to themselves. They on their phones and technology and stuff. There's no human interaction anymore. And I was just like, wow.
Oh, there's some human interaction. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, well,
I'm willing to spend some money on there's some human interaction.
Not any innocent fun of it. Yeah.
I'm ready to spend some money to prove you wrong.
All right, y'all. Ain't it funny? Okay, so when letting go feels like giving up, but it really isn't. We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back. We will see y'all in about 45 minutes.
Wow, baby.
I just took that picture last week. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Reed Brandon's podcast, y'all. Let's go to the comments. Tony Goodson says, Damien, we have YouTube. Not real sure what that means. They walk around with their earbuds in.
Oh, yeah, he at the college. I know he see it every day.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, he at the college right now. Jay Nelson says, I remember a lot of those numbers. We used to go other people's house to use the phone, or that long cord. Phone would reach all over the house. Where is the phone? Just be looking for that long cord. Absolutely, y'all.
You know, Helen, believe it or not, I remember when I used to wish I could have one of those long cords. I'm like, man, one day we're gonna have us one of the long cords. We can walk all over the house. We ain't got to stand in the kitchen on the phone.
And then they took the cords away.
By the time we got one, they was took away.
We used to use those long cords for double dutch ropes.
They did work. My cousin never used to use them too. You get cussed out, they didn't work no more.
You did, yeah.
How this cord get a short in it?
So I work in hospitals, y'all. When letting go feels like giving up, let me tell you, we as Black people, absolutely. I work in hospitals. If somebody came to me and said that my loved one need hospice, I abandon all knowledge that I have of hospice. I'm like,
yeah. I think about that all the time. It'll still hit me like I don't know nothing about hospice. I think I still have the same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But when letting go feels like giving up, is there anything that y'all know about that? How does that fit in any other part of your life aside from death itself?
Relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it's relationships. When I got done with my kids, my kid's father and I separated, which has been forever ago now, 7 years almost. But I remember when it was happening, even though you know it's happening, you saw it coming from a country mile, right? But the idea of my kids living in a 2-parent home and the picket fence, they building it, right? Like you don't want to let go of that dream that your kids will live in a 2-parent home. But what you have to remember is they'll live in a 2-parent home with people that are not happy.
Right.
And I'd much rather them live in a home with a parent that's really happy and then can parent them in love than be with somebody in miserable. And not miserable, because that sounds bad. He's a stand-up guy, best thing ever. Just not for me. You know what I mean? So it's just, and me for him. It's the same for him. But it's better now for us to go once you finally let it go. Because it was hard to let it go. But once you finally let it go is when you feel that kind of sigh of relief that it needed to happen.
I think that's very good. Actually, I was talking to Ron James, who comes on here and talks money with us from time to time, and kind of a different thing, but like so many people that he running, contact with that need life insurance or kind of investing in their future with annuities and all this stuff has worked so hard for the $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more that they have, and just cannot see themselves parting with that money, giving it to him, right? And so it'll obviously invest it into your future because it took us so long to get it, and so you can't trust anybody with that money. And he's, people like him and Ace, they're all legitimate, but it's not really letting it go. It's just really investing later. And
I know why they feel like that about Ron, because he be rubbing his hands together like this when they talk, when he having a conversation. You gotta stop doing that, Ron. But yeah, so just write me a check. Let me see your license again.
Where do you say you work at?
Yeah, what's the name of the company? Don't worry about it. Just
does the name of the company start with a P?
My friend is crazy.
Don't we always talk about those people who laugh after they say everything? You can't trust nothing they say. Oh yeah. Your money gonna go to the annuity.
Annuity, all right.
Right?
Oh man. I see the letting go. Seem like giving up is not. I see it all the time with entrepreneurs. They have these business ideas and they try and stuff like that. But for some reason, the business just doesn't pick up, and eventually they have to come back to the corporate world, to the job place and stuff like that. And a lot of them, they feel like it's giving up, but really, they had to let go to survive and, get back to the drawing board and go back at it.
For me, I let my house, we let our house go, not because it wasn't making money, just because it wasn't making enough. If I have to run a business and still work, then that's not good enough. And so sometimes you have to let go of something for something bigger, for something more. You know what I mean? But it doesn't feel like it when you're letting it go initially. But you get it kind of, you just have to understand that that's for now and not for later. And if you play in the long game, it helps. Human nature, we want things instant, but if you really truly play in the long game, like with Ron teaches you to invest in your future, which play the long game, not something that you're going to get paid for right now.
Let's go to the comments. Deborah Goodson says, letting go of your children is the best thing for everyone. Y'all see those, and I hate to make it dark, but you got literally crackhead family members who are on drugs, and you have to unfortunately let them go sometimes. And it's the hardest thing. I talked to a woman. Yeah, I mean, you got these people. I was talking to a woman today, and I thought about this, and she said, I think somebody in her family was on drugs, and she was like, I gotta let them go. I don't want her to come to my house. She can come eat, but when she finishes eating, she gotta leave, and that's the game. So,
Yeah, that also toxic relationships. I see all the time where grandmothers and mothers end up by themselves and alone because family members were strong enough to say, hey, you know what, I got to walk away from you for my own sanity. I don't want my kids to be in that environment. I don't want that rub off on me, and it seems like they're, giving up on that person, but it's the best thing that ever happened for their mental sanity, for their children and everything else.
Well, who's important?
Yeah, it was important.
That's the thing. Sometimes you got to let go just to save you, because you're the foundation of everybody else's situation. And so letting this one person go is better for everybody, including the person that you have to let go sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So the universe has jokes, personal stories where life seemed to be trolling you. I think my career right now. I gotta be honest with you. Going back to what you said before, Ace, it's a trip once you work in this corporate world. Especially, and that's why Helen, I will tell you, because Helen, we all had a conversation. Helen said she absolutely loved her job. She wouldn't quit it to do something just another story, but she loved her job. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. But my advice to everybody is never chase money, because the moment you do, money got you captured. Now you're making all this money, but what you really want to be doing is that over there, but it makes that much money.
The irony is, I used to cry and complain, I need money. And I got it, and it owns my ass. Every day it owned me, and I'll be like, "Oh my god!" And it's like, be careful what you ask for. It was the universe had jokes. They like, "Oh, that's what you want. There you go. Let's see how you like it." They're like,
"Yeah, the universe got jokes, all right."
It will humble.
Yeah, and the punchline is now. Of course, the joke, believe it or not, is the paycheck. The punchline is 2 weeks. I tell people all the time, you don't live paycheck. It ain't bad. It's one thing to live paycheck to paycheck. Try living paycheck to about 3-4 days before paycheck.
Yeah, that's when it gets real.
That's tough right there. Let's go to the comments. K Hemp says, I like my job, but I work with some of the smartest dumb people ever.
I feel you. I feel you.
I don't know if this is on the same lines, but they said, "Love what you wish for."
Yeah.
Like, oh, actually, I didn't want it.
Yeah.
Because you get it.
You just might end up getting it. Y'all, I'm going to throw one more question out there, and then we're going to jump to the end of the show. The rules we all follow, but nobody made. I think I did that one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Laughing through the worst of it. Some tough experiences that you were going through it, but you laugh through the worst of it. Sometimes we actually have to do this. Sometimes but see, you can only do this when you know it, though. Like when you're going through the absolute worst, you can't laugh through it. But when you know the sun is on the other side.
Yeah.
You have to know, like, this, it can't get no worse than this. Yeah. So you smile because you're getting ready to come out. You recognize that you're coming out of a storm, like you in the storm on the way out of a storm. So it's like, let's enjoy this and get on to the good part.
Sometimes you have to use your faith, though, right? Because you don't see when you're in a storm, you don't see the light, you don't see the sun shining. It's dark, it's rainy, it's storming, right? So you have to have faith that it's coming to an end. Because you don't see, in my opinion, you don't really see it. because it's not visible yet.
Unfortunately, I know it might be a macabre. It might be a macabre example, but my mother's passing. I'm trying to use some vocabulary because I'm talking about. So it might be a sad example, but my mother's passing. You know, it was. I instantly realized. You know, I was in the room with her, and I instantly realized this is gonna make you or break you. And I instantly realized that I noticed your mom's like that, but you got people depending on you. You got kids. I said then, and it might not have been fair to me, but reality was you got people who ain't your kids that are looking at you. And if you break, they gonna break. All the strength they have is on you. So I thought, what would my mama say, dude? And I know my mom would be like, boy, you better help them folks. So believe it or not, I spent my mother's funeral. I was like an usher at my mama's funeral. I was going to get people, bringing them down, helping, taking people tissue and stuff like that. And some people like, oh, he's trying to stay busy, so he won't do this. But it really wasn't. It was just like I knew that I had people depending on me.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Since you made it more of a sad moment, I'm gonna ask one more question. Then we'll go ahead.
Macabre, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, can y'all think of any stand-up moments that changed the culture, iconic or underrated comedy routines? I say, and I said this to my mom the other day. I said I believe that the Martin Show just changed the culture altogether.
1,000%.
There's so many things that we do. There's so many things that we say, the way that we act, especially people my age group and maybe even below, because they get it from us, that we get from Martin. There's so many, and it's hard to give you some great examples now because some of the things are starting to fade away. But I believe the Martin Show, not necessarily his stand-up, but even some of that in some terms, and certainly Eddie Murphy too. But I believe that they changed the culture with that show.
I think like two movies come to mind: Harlem Nights and Boomerang. And I think we can go earlier than that. I guess the Cosby Show would be kind of like the premise for that, you know, where we took our identity back and said, hey, look here, these are real black people too.
K Hamp said, Anthony Mason, what's up, Anthony? He said, in living color. That's a good one. Yeah, all right, I concur with Martin. I also add New York Undercover. You know what? I watched I guess a documentary or something. It was talking about what's the with Maxine and Queen Latifah and all them
Living Single.
Living Single. Maxine was the lawyer. And after that show came on, they saw an influx of black female lawyers all across the country. Black women going to law school.
That's fantastic.
Comedy. It's a comedy, but it certainly showed us something positive. All right, y'all. It's about that time. Let's do it.
You ready? I'm ready. Oh my goodness. This place is off the hook.
Hey, we got on the show next week.
Right? Yeah. I meant what I said.
The show, so don't. Yashika, it's up to you.
I'm glad you asked.
Thank you, Ace. I really need to stop. Hey.
That one's a classic.
I don't remember that one, but that's good. And I don't care what you think about me. For a second, I care.
As soon as I seen that, I thought about you.
Girl, please. Hey, yo, Ace.
What's up, Yashika?
You saw it too. Who we got on the show next week?
I'm glad you asked. Next week, we're actually going to be talking to a strange group of individuals. We'll actually be talking to prostitutes that have squirrels as support animals. We'll be discussing their strange connection.
Rebrand us. It's motivating, inspiring. It's a conversation that needs to be had. It's unique to any other podcast. It's Rebrand You, Rebrand Me, it's Rebrand Us.
My bad.